Hello and welcome to this beginner's Photoshop tutorial, where we will explore Photoshop tools for the absolute beginner. Hi, I'm Ehsan. I will be guiding you through this tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, and I will do my best to answer all your questions. And if you find this tutorial useful and want to see more, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow, so we can bring you more amazing tutorials. Please note, this is the 7th part of the Photoshop tools tutorial. You can follow the links in the description to watch the previous parts first, if you haven't watched them yet. Okay, let's get started. Part 7. The red eye tool. You can use the red eye tool to remove red eye reflection from your image in Photoshop. Red eye reflection is quite common when a built-in flash is used whilst taking photos. This is mainly due to the camera lens and the flash being very close to each other, and the camera lens capturing the reflection of the flash in the eyes of a subject, which is displayed in red color on the captured image. Luckily, Photoshop has a red eye tool which helps in removing the red eye reflection with just a click. The red eye tool is grouped with the spot healing brush tool. And to use it, you just zoom in on the eyes, one at a time, and draw a rectangle around them. This usually removes the red eye from most images with the default settings. There are 2 settings that you can modify to achieve different results depending on your image. These are the pupil size and the darken amount. To adjust these, click the drop-down arrows and move the sliders to increase or decrease the settings. The History Brush tool. You can use the History panel to go back in time in Photoshop. Photoshop records all the actions you make when editing your image, and this makes it possible to go back to any particular point in your editing. This is very useful as it can save you a lot of time by not having to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. Basically, if after you have made many changes to your image, you realize you made a mistake, you can use the History panel to restart from the point before you made the mistake, so you can avoid making it and continue with your editing. You can select the History Brush tool from the Tools panel and open the History panel to monitor your history progress. In this example, I will create 3 different points using the Brush tool to draw 3 different colors. If you select any point to make it active, your editing will go back to that point. You can select the History Brush tool to draw over any of the colors, and this will remove that color and create a history brush point. You have 3 buttons at the bottom of the History panel. The first one allows you to create a duplicate document of your work so far. This does not create all the individual actions, only the end result. The second button creates a snapshot of the current state, which is the same as the first button, but it adds it to the current document. And the last button allows you to delete any action step from the History panel after you select it. The Color Replacement tool. You can use the Color Replacement tool to replace a color in Photoshop. This is one of the tools that I would only use to make small changes with color replacement, because it is destructive and there are better ways to replace a color in Photoshop, using selections and layer masks, which are non-destructive. The Color Replacement tool is grouped with the Brush tool, and has a few options that you need to adjust to get better results. The tolerance plays an important role in achieving the required result. And because it is set to 100% by default, it makes it hard to understand how the tool works. Starting at a lower tolerance and increasing it gradually is key to learn how to use the color replacement tool. The mode has hue, saturation, color, and luminosity options, which work differently depending on the color and darkness of your image. It also has 3 different sampling modes, which are continuous, once, and background swatch sampling. Again, it really depends on your image, which dictates what works best. And you have 3 limits to work with, and these are discontiguous, contiguous, and find edges, as well as tolerance and anti-alias. You can also adjust the brush angle if you prefer to set the brush at an angle. I recommend you keep the anti-alias checked because it smooths out the edges of your drawings. When using the color replacement tool, it is sometimes difficult to achieve the results you want. But it is quick, so it is up to you how you'd want to replace a color in your image. The ruler tool. You can use the ruler tool to make and set measurements in Photoshop. The ruler tool allows you to measure the distance between objects in your image. It also allows you to set a measurement scale, which is useful if you need to create architectural drawings, where you can convert the number of pixels to actual metric or imperial measurements, like meters and feet. The ruler tool is grouped with the eyedropper tool, and it is very easy to use. You just click and drag from where you want to end up, and the ruler tool will draw a line between the 2 points. In the tool options bar, you will have the X and Y coordinates of the starting point, and the width and height of the line you've drawn. You can also see the angle of the line. From the window menu, select the info panel to display all the available information, and adjust it to suit your needs. Click the panel options to view and change your measurements units, from pixels to inches or centimeters, etc. One useful thing you can do with the ruler tool is straighten images that were taken with a slanted horizon. In this example, I can draw a line to match the horizon, and then click this button to straighten the image. This is very quick, and the image will have a straight horizon. To set a measurement scale, open the image menu and scroll down to Analysis. Set measurement scale, and choose Custom. In the open dialog, you can set how many pixels represent how many logical units, as well as rename the logical unit from pixels to anything you like. I hope you found this tutorial useful. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be notified when I release a new video. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next tutorial.